It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dolphins and the Chargers. Next on Madden NFL 24.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the L.A. Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
The Chargers just continue to improve and take steps forward under the quiet leadership of Herbert, who's been the most productive quarterback in league history through his first 3 seasons. Over 4,700 yards last year. He's expecting to crack the 5,000-yard mark in this season.
16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, such a great Week 1 matchup here, the Dolphins and Chargers. And fairly or unfairly, these two QBs are going to be measured against one another probably for the rest of their careers. Remember, Tua was the number 5 overall pick in 2020, and Justin Herbert followed him at number 6.
And let's add on to it because Joe Burrow went number 1 overall. He's led Cincinnati to 1 Super Bowl appearance. Jordan Love, also a first-rounder, getting his opportunity in 2023. And Jalen Hurts was a second-rounder with Philadelphia, and he's made it to the Super Bowl. So all in all, quite a class.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. On play action, here's Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. A gain there of 30 big ones. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. From the 24 now, here's the second down and 6. Play action, now it's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. From down near his goal line here, Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Herbert now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. From the 50, here's Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On second down, here's Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Looking left side and has got a man. That's Wilson. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. First and 10, Stick. Open man is Palmer. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A shotgun throw for Stick. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Stick back to pass. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw here is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Davis now to return it. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He's got Allen. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's Stick looking to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Up the middle with Eckler. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stick looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On play action, here's Tua. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through it.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
See how they respond now. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. It's Eckler again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tua now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Tua going to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for LA, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener.